Mike Griffith joined us from Hanover Area talking about the wrestling program. And Mike, first talk about numbers. How you doing in your weight classes and trying to fill guys in?
Right now we're 2 or 3 forfeits. We have a couple injuries, so this weekend we went down to Bloomsburg and wrestled with 7 wrestlers and placed 11 out of 24, and we had 4 place winners. So they're wrestling tough. We may not win all the dual meets that we expected earlier in the season due to injuries and forfeits, but the kids are buying in, and the intensity in the room and intensity on the mat is there.
Let's talk about that hunger these guys have, and you know, whether it's a youth program, whether it's just kids that like being around the coaches and learning from them, and talk about what the whole dynamic is at Hanover Area.
So this off season we went down to Penn State, and we went down as a team. We took 7 kids down to the Penn State wrestling camp, and I got to sit down with Coach Cale Sanderson and some of the other coaches that are down there, Casey Cunningham, and some of their wrestlers as well. And I asked them, I said, you know, every interview that you guys give is we're having fun. And I said, what does that mean? And they said, well, every day we start practice with a half hour of dodgeball. And I said, wait, seriously? And Coach Cale said, well, you don't realize what it's really teaching the kids with the agility and reaction time and the intensity and the want to win. And he said, they're getting all that and they're having fun doing it. So being able to bring that into a wrestling room and just be able to have fun in the wrestling room and still be able to teach the kids makes the sport makes it easier, even though it's one of the toughest sports around.
Great to hear, and again, we all take things a little seriously, whether we're a parent or a coach or a player at times. So you relax, you have some fun. Do you find your group to be a little looser when it comes down to the serious moments that, you know, hey, maybe they go out and they finish the way they're supposed to now?
They know when to turn it on. I never have to worry about them being prepared for a match. They know what it takes for them. Wrestling is one of the most individual sports that it's going to take. So they know what it takes for them to get ready to go out in the battle. And taking life too serious is going to be an issue with the kids. So me keeping levity helps them keep levity around everybody else. But again, at the same time, they know when to turn it on, and I'm never disappointed with their efforts.
Let's talk about leadership-wise. Who are some of the leaders in the room this year at Hanover Area?
I have 2 really good leaders here with me today, and DJ Erickson and Joey Raleigh. The other 2 leaders that we have, our 2 captains, are Jared Banish and Liam Riley. And all 4 of them, in their own way, have a great way of motivating the kids, and they have different approaches. So it's a good combination of leadership with these guys.
For you, talk about the year being fulfilling. Is it just getting these guys to buy in and wrestle their hardest, and somebody's 3rd, somebody's 5th, and somebody's 1st? Or let the chips fall where they may and have a good year?
Absolutely. I have the kids every year, at the beginning of years, 3 team goals and 3 individual goals. And some kids, their goals may be just to make it to the 3rd period of a match. Some kids are to win a state title. And as a coach, to make it fulfilling for me is that they achieve whatever goals that they set forth for themselves, and then bring them together and achieve the team goals that we make.
All right, well, we're looking forward to a positive year here at Hanover Area. We appreciate you coming out to our Carol and Janelle.
All right, thank you very much.
DJ Erickson joins us from Hanover Area. Talking about the wrestling program. DJ, let's talk about what weight you're going to wrestle at this year and how confident you're feeling.
Well, I'm going to be at 152 this year for most of the year. I might go down to 147 when that comes up. We're not sure yet. We haven't really made that decision, but I'm pretty confident. I know I'm strong enough for the weight, and I know I'm quicker than most of the guys out there, so pretty confident going into this.
Going to all those things that you have as a 152-pounder. You said you're quick, you're strong, being good on your feet. Talk about what it takes to be a good wrestler at a tough weight.
Well, it's definitely not easy because 152 is kind of the middle, so you get guys from every like, you know, balance of it. You get quick guys, you get really strong guys, you get in the middle guys like myself, which I would consider myself to be kind of in the middle. I'm pretty quick, but I'm also pretty strong when I have to be. So
let's talk about heading to states, being a qualifier twice, what that experience has been like for you.
Oh man, it's there's nothing like it. States is such a hard tournament. There's a huge gap in competition, and just making it down there is an accomplishment, but that's not the ultimate goal. And you know, the ultimate goal is bringing a medal back home, but
never easy going through District 2, then you go through District 4, and then you make it to states. But District 4 always has some quality wrestlers. How about some opponents along the way? You know, I'm sure you have respect for all your opponents, but is there a guy or two that you know, hey, this guy's pretty good, whether he's in District 2 or District 4 this year, that you could meet up with?
Oh, man. There's definitely a couple. I can't think of really any top, off the top of my head. Coleman Good from Muncie, he's from District 4. I wrestled him twice in the postseason last year, once at regionals, once at states, and it's tough, but I beat him 1-0 at regionals and turned my game up at states, and I ended up getting a pin there, but he's still he's a tough wrestler, he's strong. He's got a good neutral game, so it's definitely not a light opponent.
Being that you've been to states before, I'm sure that's a goal. I'm sure the medal stand. Talk a little bit about just trying to keep moving up and making that opportunity this year here, your senior season.
Yeah, the medal stand's always been the goal. Every time I've been to states, I always wanted a medal, but sometimes that's not realistic. Like my sophomore year, that was tough. I was an undersized 138-pounder, and I had the state champion in the round of 16, and so that wasn't easy. Last year I could have done it. I got a tough draw in the blood round, and stuff happens, but we're coming back stronger this year. So.
You got a couple siblings that are younger, so tell us about them and what they're up to.
Oh man, they're probably at home right now playing video games or something. That's what they do. My brother plays soccer and my sister's in gymnastics, but but they're pretty. They like tech. They like being on the iPads, the computers, PS4, stuff like that. So
still got some athletics though in the blood.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which is cool. You like history? You're thinking maybe one day down the road that'd be a neat track for your history teacher?
Yeah, I love history. It's my favorite subject. It's really the only subject I've actually been overly good at. So
parents and coaches, let's talk about them and how you relate to them and how they motivate you to be who you are.
Well, for one, I can start with my parents. My mom, she prides herself on raising me because she knows she raised me well, and she's done everything she could for me. And same with my dad. My dad's made me into the man I am today, whether that's with wrestling, school, just stuff like that, and has made me really the guy I'm into.
How about you making other guys into men in the wrestling room? Talk about your influence with some of the younger guys, and there's a certain way to go about that. Some guys will do it the hard way, some guys will do it the medium way, some guys will kind of take them under the wing saying, hey, this is the way it really should be. So tell us your approach.
Well, having that 2-time state qualifier under your belt, it's kind of something where a lot of people look up to you no matter what grade they're in. You could have, juniors and seniors looking up to you, but then you see the elementary kids and then they look at you like you're an alien or something like that. So they're always constantly asking for help, and it's good to know because I love helping people. It's fun. So
it's that teacher in you, I guess.
Yeah, giving back to the community, I guess.
All right, DJ, well, have a fantastic season. Good to catch up with you.
Thank you.
Joey Raleigh joining us here on the John Mendola Show, and it's your junior year, Joey, wrestling around 120 pounds this year at Hanover Area. What do you like about the sport of wrestling?
I just like doing it. I got into it in kindergarten, and I've just wrestled ever since. It pretty much just became part of my life, so I love doing it every day. Yeah.
Not the only sport you do cross country and baseball.
Yeah, I started running cross country a couple years ago, and I've been playing baseball since I was little too. I actually qualified for states in cross country this past season. So
congratulations there.
Thank you.
Treasurer of the Honor Society, and of course you have a huge family. So take us through the whole family, and people probably come out to see your matches, and I'm sure you get some good vocal support there in the stands.
Yeah, my younger brother, he's a sophomore this year. He ran cross country with me too, and he placed at our conference tournament, and he pushed me at practice to make me good at cross country. My older brother, Matt, he helped out coach wrestling actually last year, and now he's working down in Washington D.C. with the Department of Justice. I have 2 older sisters, Sammy and Amanda. My sister is a teacher for the Hanover Area School District, Amanda, and my other sister, Sammy, she's a manager at Hertz Rent-A-Car.
Pretty cool. Math and chemistry, some of your favorite subjects. 4.0,
yeah.
Ranked number 1 in your class, doesn't get any better, but staying at number 1 isn't easy. Talk about being so dedicated as a student athlete.
It gets tough sometimes. Sometimes get home from practice and I just feel like I'm tired. I don't feel like doing schoolwork, but I get over it and get what needs to be done, and remain the high grade that I get. Yeah.
Let's talk about all the things you'd like to do after high school. You got a laundry list here. It all seems like it's a good sequence. So take us through what you think you might want to do in that path.
Yeah, I plan on going to college, 4-year college, getting a degree in some type of business, like business finance, so along those lines. I plan on taking the LSAT, LSAT, going to law school, and then after that, become a lawyer, judge. I eventually want to become a judge, and then, like, maybe when I'm done with that or while I'm doing that, come back and help coach Hanover Wrestling.
Sounds like a great plan. Some of your role models include your older brother, your coach. You have some people in your life that have influenced you in a positive way. Obviously, you're doing a lot of positive stuff.
Yeah, me and my brother have been, my older brother Matt, that is, we've been close forever. And he's 10 years older than me, so I've just always looked up to him since birth pretty much, because he's just been the guy that I wanted to be, and I still do.
All right, man, we'll keep it going, and hope you have a great year wrestling this year.
Thank you, I hope so too.